Bonjour mon petit chifle, Amber here, and September is just about over. My birthday is over. That is wrong, but October is upon us. Happy Halloween. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep doing that. So, being that this is we're in the last 2 days of the month, I figured I would come and do my September wrap up, let you know what I read this month. I had some pretty good reads this month. That being said, I also had a kind of slow reading month where my reading, it wasn't bad, but like I felt like I was going through the books a lot slower than I would have liked, or as usual. Not necessarily as I would have liked, because I kind of just went with it and let it happen. I think I appreciated what I read more because I wasn't rushing through it, and I didn't feel like I was overwhelming or overloading my brain. I just kind of was reading books, and it was really chill, and I really enjoyed it. And I read, like I said, some pretty good books this month. So the first and foremost, I got a little further in a series that has just ended. I'm waiting for my copy of the final book to show up. That is Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the third book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Briefly, this series follows Audrey Rose Wadsworth, who is an aspiring like forensic scientist. She lives in like Victorian, I think it's Victorian England, and she lives in a world of teas and luncheons and petticoats and I don't know, finger sandwiches, but she'd rather cut open dead bodies whilst wearing a very pretty dress. She is accompanied throughout the series by Thomas Cressworth, who is also an apprentice under her uncle. They work together to solve crimes. The first book, they are following the Jack the Ripper murders and trying to solve the case. Like I said, this is the third book in the series. In this one, they are on, I don't remember, what is the name of this ship? RMS Etruria? I don't know. It's the Titanic in my head. They are on a ship on their way to America, and there is a troupe of circus performers, and as always in these books, a bunch of people are being murdered, and it's up to Audrey Rose and Thomas to solve the mystery. As it's common knowledge that I've had my struggles with this series. I first read Stalking Jack the Ripper last September, and I didn't like it. I won't say it at all. I didn't love it the first time I read it. I found Audrey really annoying. I found the story lacking something to me. I felt like I didn't like that I liked the premise, I liked the potential. I just felt like it was more tell than show, and so I was like done with it. But then Fake Rate's like, hey, we're gonna do a hangover recovery kit for the whole series, and being that I love the world that it's set in and just like the potential, like I said, I was like, I need it. I also have a weakness for book boxes dedicated to like series that I've read, like the Owl Crate. I have the Owl Crate Caravel box and the Blood Witch, Fake Rate Blood Witch Witchland box, which is incredible. So I'm like, yeah, I need it. So I'm like, I can't order it. I can't justify ordering it if I haven't gotten past the first book. So I restarted the series. A couple months ago, I listened to the audiobook of Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I enjoyed the audiobook so much more than reading it physically. I was able to get into the story and like have an appreciation for the characters. I love Thomas now. I liked him before, but like I really love Thomas now. And then I went on to read Hunting Prince Dracula, which still remains my favorite in the series. It made me want to learn Romanian. In fact, I have downloaded it on Duolingo. I haven't studied any of my languages in months, but Romanian's down on the list. But that being said, like I just said, Hunting Prince Dracula remains my favorite of the series. This one, I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. Like, the writing's fine, the story, like, it's fine, but there was a lot that happened that just irritated me and made me really, really angry. A lot about like Audrey, a lot of the things that she did and put herself into was unnecessary and made me like really, really irritated with her. And just, I don't know, I felt like it just like veered in a direction that wasn't necessary. There was like a whole side thing that I was like, no thanks, no thank you. I'm trying my best to not like spoil anything, but the way it ended, I am still looking forward to finishing the series and going into like seeing how it all plays out in the end. I still love Thomas Cressworth with my whole heart, and I'm looking forward to my hangover recovery kit. I think they're shipping this week, so be prepared to see an unboxing soon. So next I'm going to talk about an audiobook because I'd like to get it out of the way now. I haven't finished it. I've started it. I'm currently listening to It by Stephen King. First and foremost, I wish I had realized that it was like 42, 43 hours before I downloaded it, because like, bruh, I'm only like 10, 11 hours into this book, and honestly, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I've discovered, and it's like solidified in my mind now, I'm not going to make this mistake again. Stephen King books are not for me. I tried Misery. I could have gone the rest of my life without. I think there's only one scene in the book that happened in the book that didn't happen in the movie that I honestly could remember. But I was just saying this in another video I just filmed, that I don't like Stephen King books, but I love the movie adaptations. Misery is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I love it. Well, the new one. I don't remember the original. I know I've seen it because I know my mom made me watch it in that time when I was afraid of clowns. Clowns still make me uncomfortable, but when I was little I was like terrified. And then we watched it and I was like, why are you doing this to me? I love Carrie. I love Firestarter. Like, the movies are quality, but I just can't get through the books, and I'm struggling with this. I don't know what's going on in it. I don't know. It's like my brain rejects it. It's on and I'm not listening, but I'm just trying to get through it. One, I have a Goodreads goal to meet and I'm almost there. So I'm not, I know DNFing, I've been trying to like get used to DNFing books, but like I'm not doing it. I'm committing, I'm getting in there. Honestly though, the amount that I've committed to this book, if I DNF it now, I could still say that I read it, because like I've listened to full audiobooks that are shorter than the amount that I've given to this book. Let me speed through this. My low battery just started flashing. So after what is this book called? Escaping from Houdini. I also, sorry to bring this back up, Houdini, what is his name? Harry Houdini is a character in this book, and he just felt pointless. I don't know why he's in there. And the other, like Jack the Ripper and like the Dracula character, Prince Dracula, I understood the situation with that. I think he's just in here just to be in here. Next, I read a book that I am so in love with, and it is quickly, easily top 5 books that I've read this year. I knew I was gonna love it because, one, the premise had me hooked, and then like I've heard nothing but good things about it, and it's Serpent Dove by Shelby Mahurin. Ooh, this book. Ooh, this book. Okay, I love this book so much. This is the story of a witch and a witch hunter who are forced into a marriage of like convenience, and Reed, who is the witch hunter, does not know that Lou is a witch, and that's basically the story. Like witch Lou is trying to keep her secret hidden, one, because she is in hiding. She left her coven 2 years ago and she's in hiding. Her life is in danger, so she is given up magic, and then she's like forced to live with this guy who's sworn to the church to kill her kind and kill her and like burn her at the stake. So she's doubly in danger. And then like Reed, who has sworn to the church to be this holy chasseur, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I speak French. Basically his vows entail that he'll never be married, he won't do the sex, all that jazz. And then he's like forced to marry this little vagrant, what do you call her, this heathen. And I just loved this story so much, if you couldn't tell. I love the characters. I love Lou and Reed. I love their dynamic, their relationship with each other. I love how it develops. I love the side character. I love Coco. She's a queen. I stan. Ansel is the sweetest little baby, and I picture him as fetus Nick Jonas. like 16, 17-year-old Nick Jonas with the curls. If he could grow his curls back out, I'd pay him. And just ooh boy, I just love the story. Okay, I don't know where I left off. I was babbling about Serpent and Dove, which is the greatest thing that's happened to me in a little bit. Lou and Reed are literally definitely at the top of my my OTP fictional couple list. Also, a few things about this book. So there's been like a little, I don't want to say controversy, but like conversation, I guess, about whether this book should be considered YA or new adult. Simply because, one, it's not really specified how old the characters are. Well, Lou says she was like 16 when she left the coven, and it was like 2 years ago, so we are assuming she's 18, and Reed's like a couple years older, so they're like 18 and 20, right? So the discussion is because there's like a sex scene in the book between the married couple, and it's not like a fade to black, and people are like, oh, this is no adult. I'm like, And Shelby Mahern, the author, like went on to Twitter to specify, no, it's a YA book, because like what I was about to say, it's like, it's important. I think teenagers are having the sex, Barbara, so I think it's important for them to see, like, or read about healthy consensual sex in books. Also, because like a lot of times in fantasy there are some weird power dynamics at play, there's some weird things happening. So like this was written very well. The situation also it's, this isn't spoilery at all, it's whatever, I'm going for it. It's refreshing in a book, a fantasy book, to see that the guy is the flustered virgin for once. That's rare. But anyway, I love this book. I don't know, remember what I said already about this book. There are a lot of tabs. I can't wait for, we just got the title of book 2, Blood and Honey, and it comes out, is it August of next year? That's rude and disrespectful, but I guess at the same time it's not, because like the whole vibe is sort of like fall, autumnal, dark. I love Rue. Oh, is that their ship name? That's cute. I was trying to say Lou. She's like so brash and just she's fun. She's hilarious. I love her. Also, Reed is like a 6'6" ginger. Wife me. Hello, future Amber here. I was about to take off my makeup, and then I remembered that I forgot to tell you what another one of my absolute favorite parts of Serpent and Dove is, and it's the fact that it's so very French. I love it. It's set, I guess, set in like a fictional, like alternate France, or French inspired world, and I love every minute of it. There is French throughout the book. I have learned quite a few new, quite a few new insults to add to my repertoire, things I was not taught in my learning of French, so don't get on my bad side. So yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say that. We all know how I feel about the French language, French culture, French food. Vive la France. Hello from even further in the future, Amber, one more thing I forgot to mention regarding Serpent and Dove. I actually realized this while I was editing the vlog, which is why I look like this. I mentioned it in my reading vlog, that the one thing that I wish for this book was more chapters written in Reed's point of view. I feel like there were a lot of moments and scenes where I would have liked to have been in his head, or at least the aftermath of certain situations that happened. I would have liked to have seen how he reacted and what he was thinking at the time. That's the thing in a lot of books that I like my favorite books with dueling points of view, is that a scene will happen and then it'll like pick up in the other person's point of view. Like specifically like We Hunt the Flame, something would happen and and then it would like, sometimes it would switch mid-chapter, so we'd just be in other person's head. So I just wish, hopefully in book 2, I get more Reed chapters. Moving swiftly on, the last book I read for September, I finished the other day. In fact, I'm wearing my shirt to go, my Fake Rate shirt to go with the series. I finished a series and I read 5 Dark Fates by Kendar Blake. This is the 4th and final book in the 3 Dark Crowns series. This is my Fake Rate 3 Dark Crown shirt. It says you can't kill what is already dead. So this series revolves around every generation on Finburn Island. There is born a set of triplet queens, and when they turn 16 they must then basically fight each other to the death. The surviving triplet becomes queen of the island, and then she bears the next set of triplets, yada yada yada. Each sister is born with a magical gift. We have Katarine, whatever, her name is Catherine, who is a poisoner, Mirabella, who is an elemental and queen, and Arsinoe, who is a naturalist queen. And they are separated at, like, I think they were at age 6, they're separated from each other and raised in the parts of the island that are where their people with their gift live. So Arsinoe is raised with the naturalists, Mirabella is raised with the elementals, and Catherine is raised with the poisoners, and then until the quickening or the ascension year where they're meant to kill each other off. So like I said, this is the 4th book in that series. This is the conclusion, and this book was a wild ride. I can't say too much because, like I said, 4 books into the series, there's not much I can say without spoilers, but oh my goodness, this was such a good conclusion. I mean, I will say that there are a lot of questions left unanswered, ends left untied, but it got so intense so fast that like you look past it and you don't even care. Talking to Brittany from Ellen Eclectic about this book, and just, oh my god, we were just like raving about this book, and just, oh, this was done so well. I am going to miss this series. This is another one that I had to work my way into. Basically, the first book was kind of, I didn't get into it until halfway, and then like absolutely loved the second book. The third one, I don't know if it was me, my brain being weird, or just like I didn't love it, but this one was the conclusion that I wanted finale from the Caravel series to be. I was so pleased. I want to say so many things, but I'm not gonna say any of the things because I don't want to spoil anything. But just, this was a pretty satisfying ending for the most part. I wish I had some answers about things, but c'est la vie. So those are the books that I read in September. Let me know down there what your favorite read of September was. Mine definitely was Serpent and Dove, like no questions. But 5 Dark Fates was really good too. I enjoyed my time reading it so much, and I'm glad that it's concluded and over. But I'm like, why? I need another book. I need answers. So we go into October, which is spooky month. Well, it's been spooky month for me, but I'm taking part in the Hocus Pocus readathon. I just filmed my TBR for that, so I'm super excited to do that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I don't know if I said that already. If you like this video, and I hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places are down here so you can follow me, and I'll follow you back, and I'll see you very soon.